Alrighty, so I know that a few people have started posting schedules and done stuff, and I said earlier in the summer that I would make a video sort of talking about how you should do registration, so this is that. So the way that registration works at Tech is you register through Oscar. So you guys have all logged into Oscar before you come onto this page. Type in your PIN and stuff. You go to Student Services and Financial Aid, you click Registration, then you're going to click Add or Drop Classes, then you pick a term. So, Fall 2015 seems to make sense. You will click Submit, and you will be greeted by, right now, this page. This is not the page you will eventually be greeted with. You will eventually be greeted with a page that looks like this. There will be, if you've registered for any classes already, a table with those classes in them. It'll say, give you a status, registered, closed, waitlisted, whatever, CRN, the subject, and course number, your section, everything will say undergraduate, the number of credits, your grade mode, because you can do letter, pass, fail, or audit in some cases, and then the full title of the course, though it's truncated. Then there was this thing that is the Add Classes worksheet. It's a bunch of text fields that has the label CRNs. CRN stands for Course Registration Number, I think. And you essentially register for classes by finding their CRNs, pasting them in here, and clicking Submit Changes. And that's how you add classes. You can remove classes by, if you go up to this box, clicking Action Drop Class, and then Submit Changes. That's how that works. So that's how you'll register, and that's how you'll add and drop classes when you're actually registering. Before then, though, you want to come in with some planned schedules, right? So here's how you do that. You go to CourseOff, because CourseOff is the best. This is actually what my schedule looks like for the fall semester, sort of. It's probably going to be slightly different. Slightly different, but this is more or less what I'll be doing. And let's talk about, and then this was my freshman schedule to give you guys an idea of that kind of thing. It did that same error again. So let me reload the page. Yeah, computers. Okay, sweet. So I took 1301, Calc 2, Health, into 1110, and CS 1100. And what I'm going to do here is just sort of go through the process of creating the schedule. So I'm going to fork this off and create this new alternative. Go away, drop everything, and we're going to refresh again. Okay. Start review. Okay. So, I want to register for some classes. So, the first class I think I want to register for is English, right? I like English. I'm going to be registering for English 1101, we'll say. You could register for English 1102, actually, now. There were less sections when I was a freshman, but we'll say I'm registering for English 1101, because I really want to take that class. And I'm an afternoon person, so I want to take this class at, like, 3 p.m. That seems good. So I'm just going to pick that one, and it's in Clough. And you can see the location, the number of credits, and the section here, and those are all important things. Next up, I'm a CS major, so I'm going to take CS, not Econ, CS 1331, because I had 1301 credit. So I'm going to take CS 1301, or 1331. And then I also have to take CS 1100, or you might be taking GT 1000 as another example. Okay. And you go through like this, and then what's the other two classes I want to take? I could take Health. No, I'm going to take Calculus, so Math, and I'll be taking Math 1552 with Professor Grudinsky. Man, that's kind of early. I don't want to wake up at 9. Where are the other options? This person, or I could do one of these, maybe. That one's at noon, so look around. Oh, that one's, yeah, let's do that now. That one's not bad. Let's... You know, I'll suffer through it with one of the Grzinski ones. So I'll pick that. And then I want to take physics as my last class, and this is a painful schedule for a number of reasons, but I want to take my last class to be physics. So I'm going to pick a physics. Oh wait, physics. I want 11. Physics 2211, not 2212. So first I need to pick a labs, and let me talk about this for a second. So physics and other lab sciences have two parts. They have a lab section, which is this giant 3-hour block, and they have a lecture section, which is not a giant 3-hour block. You have to pick lab and lecture sections with matching section numbers. So if your lab section is M06, as this one is, you can see that under section M06, you have to pick lecture section M, which is available right there. Sadly, I didn't get any clashes on this schedule. I wanted something where I'd have to like change something out. So let's keep adding classes until I do. So this one has section M and this one has section M06. If instead I was taking say N01, I'd need to take lab section N, which is this one down here, which as you can see clashes with my 1331 lecture section. So let's actually do that. Let's swap those out. So let's take away this physics class and the physics lab I was in. No, I want that one. There we go. So now those match, and I'm taking N. But I need to swap my 1331 section around, so I have to move to this other one. Just like that. And that's all you do there, and now I still have my 15 credit hours. Maybe I also want to take Applied Physiology 1040, because I'm sadistic, and then maybe I also want to take Econ 2105, Principles of Micro. You know, because no, I don't want to do that. Don't take 20 hours. Take like 15 hours or something your first semester. I took 13. And this is a hard schedule, so let's go with this. This is also a really bad schedule for me because I don't want to wake up that early, but maybe you do. So maybe that's fine. Maybe you like having your mornings mostly open except on Tuesdays, and your afternoons open at the end of the week, and being done at 3 p.m. on Friday is pretty nice. Heck, it might be better to switch to a Tuesday, Thursday English section. Actually, let's try that, because, you know, you just want Friday off after 10. Let's find this one. No, you don't want to be up at 8 every day. Maybe you're an early riser, but you're not sadistic. But apparently that's the only option. So yeah, you're going to be an early riser, and you're going to hate yourself. But you're going to be done at 11 a.m. 2 days a week. What a joy that is. And then you can look at the buildings these are in and sort of make judgments based on that. So Stephen C. Hall to Howie isn't that bad, so you'll be able to make that walk in the 10 minutes you have. IC to Skiles is fine. Skiles to Howie is also fine, so you have no issues there. And then everywhere else you have breaks. So your schedule looks pretty good if you're the kind of person that enjoys waking up at, you know, the wee hours of the morning. So great. Now, when you go to register, you'll click on this register button, and you'll get a bunch of things here, and these are your CRN numbers, so, or your CRNs. So your English section is whatever, and its CRN is 80706. This is your 1331 number, your 1100, your calculus class, and then for physics you have both your lab and lecture section. You have to enter both of those numbers at the same time or Oscar will yell at you. And in fact you should enter all of the numbers simultaneously, but like that takes, you know, skill and practice and or something. So yeah, that's what you do there. Now maybe also you want to sort of look at information about these classes, so I'm going to show you course critique and the other option. So you can go to course critique, you can type in the name of a course, let's say CS 1331, for example. Simpkins is the recent professor, so I look at this, I get spring 2014 information and see the GPA. If I want to be scared, I can go for math 1502. Yeah, let's use that example. 1552 won't be on here yet because the class is new, it hasn't been taught yet. And I can sort by GPA and cry a little bit. Don't worry, these people don't teach the class up here. It's bad. So I can look at that and say, oh great, this is going to be awful, but maybe I can try and find a professor who's, up here and not down here in the low twos, or something like that. Or if I'm smart, instead of using course critique, I go to the IRP Self-Service Reports Center, which is at irp.gatech.edu/reports/grades by instructors mry.php, and I enter a search there, and there I can get 2015 stuff, because IRP is what course critique pulls from, with a year or two of lag. It tells me some information. I get not only the percentages, but actually the numbers of students who got A's, B's, C's, D's, F's, satisfactories, unsatisfactories, incompletes, withdraws, and V's some magical thing that, unicorns get, and the total number of students for each section and overall. What a great thing that is. Or if I want to look at, fall 2014, I can swap to that. And see the number of students there, and that's intriguing the way that works. See that everyone in the graduate section passed, that's good. See, it's 4911. He was teaching design capstone that semester too. So you can look at things like that and get a little more up-to-date information, though it still won't have calculus the calculus class y'all will be taking. So the last thing I'm going to rep is Course Off Buddy, which I'm going to add to Chrome real quick. It's just an extension. So if I go back here and then reload my page, Titus Wu, who is a Georgia Tech student, made this. It's an awesome extension. If I go back here and reload the page, Fliss, I have to be on my primary because that's a bug. If I reload, it'll load some enhancements, and those enhancements specifically are, it gives you the course critique information there, your GPA, % A's, % B's, % D's, and so on, and it gives you a lookup of the professor on Rate My Professor, so you just get a bit of additional information on what this specific professor will be like. And that's basically most of the information it gives you. It's a cool thing made by a Georgia Tech student. I'm going to go ahead and uninstall it now. So yeah, that's basically all there is to registration. Good luck, I guess. See y'all in August.